Hi, this is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today. I'm in Las Vegas at the PubCon conference with Sean Collins, who for a long time has been an expert and speaker and taught a lot of us about affiliate marketing. Sean, one of the questions I want to ask you is, how do you recruit and retain good affiliates?
Okay, one thing that I think is the most, I've tested pretty much every possible way to try to recruit affiliates, and the most effective for me is to use a combination of direct mail and telephone calls. So what I would do is I would just go out there and search for some targeted affiliates. I would use this program called Link Capture, and so you can do queries on different keywords that are relevant to your affiliate program, and after you find maybe 50 or 100 or 200 good prospects that make sense, and basically it searches all the search engines, so you see who's turning up high for these various keywords. You can export that out into Excel, and it has it pulls their Whois information, as well as their Alexa ranking, their Google page rank, and a number of different metrics.
Okay.
And so you can use this information it has their email as well and their phone number. So
the first step then is identify who would be good affiliates for this kind of product or service.
Yeah, exactly. And the way that my sort of metric there is that people who are ranking well for these keywords, I figure they're automatically going to be some good prospects because they're ranked well.
So the next step then is contacting them.
Exactly, yeah. So what I do is I've used various vendors to send out, I'll design a postcard that basically highlights maybe the top 3 or 4 value propositions for an affiliate program, maybe the EPC, the payout, the conversion rate, different things.
Why a postcard rather than email?
Just because nobody responds to email, nobody opens it.
Yep.
And also I got more concerned, I guess around 2002 or so, with canned spam. And just since I didn't have a relationship with these people, the prospect that I'm potentially violating canned spam, and I just didn't want to play around with the FTC. And also in terms of open rates, even back when everybody was doing email recruiting, I would be lucky if I saw maybe 1% of people respond when I did emails, even to very targeted prospects.
So postcards, that works for you?
Yeah, postcards. And what I do is, my favorite vendor right now is a company called Express Copy. And basically what their service is that you upload the art, or you can use one of their templates, and you upload your addresses and everything, and they do the whole process for you. They print and they mail the postcard for you, and it comes to about 40 cents per piece. Okay. So it may sound expensive compared to email, but if you maybe just test it with like 100 good prospects, then you're spending $40, and if you get some good affiliates out of that, then it's so well worth it.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty low acquisition fee, and so what I do is I'll do a test with 100 or 200 people, and since I always have their phone number, I'll follow up a week later.
Okay.
And so and pretty much you can expect that you've got probably a 98%, 100% open rate there, because if they didn't read it, they at least saw it.
Yep.
So you have some kind of mind share there going into it instead of being a total cold call.
So you figure out who your best prospects are, you contact them in ways that they're actually going to respond to, you hope, and hopefully you sign some of those people up. What's the next step?
And the next step is once you've actually recruited them, you want to activate them, and that's something that I see a lot of affiliate programs fall down on, and I've applied and been accepted to hundreds, maybe thousands of affiliate programs, and very few have ever followed up with me in any way except for just a newsletter. And so I think it's essential to activate them, because people just sort of accept that so many of their affiliates are inactive, but they don't bother to actually take initiative.
So how do you activate them?
Just doing a personal touch. I use some tools like Aweber, where you can send up a series of follow-up instructional emails, and part of that, it's important to segment your affiliates, to break them out, so that if you have some people who are super affiliates you recruited, they really don't want to get 10 consecutive emails about doing the basics. But for the people that you identified as just from looking at their sites and just gauging their potential, you can tell that maybe they need a little bit of help.
So Aweber is a sequential autoresponder, so you can put them on Aweber, and now for the next several, maybe each week for 10 weeks, or however you set it up, they'll get specific instructions on how to do this.
Yeah, and it's stuff that's it's information that's very elementary for some affiliates that have been around for a few years, but it's very helpful for the bulk of people who are fairly new to it. And there are some people who are maybe bloggers and different people that have great, highly visited sites, but they haven't really monetized them. So for the first time, they're monetizing, and this information is very valuable to them. So
you activate them.
I activate them, and I use both just some sequential emails as well as things like phone calls and maybe a further direct mail piece.
In other words, you get them to put the affiliate links or the banners or whatever you've got up there on their site.
Yeah, because in insane majority, you're never going to do it if you don't prompt them to do it. and because they join up sometimes maybe 20 programs at a time, and you're forgotten about 2 seconds later.
So it's the one that really goes after it and stays with it's going to get the affiliates.
Yeah, so it's a very hands-on process. It's not as scalable as some other things, but if you put the time into it, it can have excellent returns.
How do you retain affiliates?
Basically, I've always sort of tried to follow the motto of under-promise and over-deliver. So I started this back in 2000 when I was working with this company, Club Mom, where I would just do sort of a pie-in-the-sky thing where I would just say, as an affiliate, what would you want me to do for you if you could have anything? And oftentimes they're relatively modest requests. Like they would just say, I just wish you had like a 120 by 600 unit so that I could put that on my blog or whatever, an ad unit. So it's so easy I just had a designer just create whatever people wanted. Sometimes they wanted to, maybe I had all animated graphics and they wanted a static one. So I would just ask them, and the vast majority of people just ask for little things that I should have, and it helped me build sort of the perfect affiliate program, the one that is basically built by the users.
So you're asking your affiliates what kind of creative is going to be best for you?
Yeah, or just what would you want overall from the affiliate program, and in some cases they might say, I wish my commission was twice as much. And so so when people would actually ask for it, I pretty much had an open door policy where if they ask for more commission, I'm going to give it to them, because I always built in my commission so that I had room to do that.
Okay.
And a lot of people, they sort of take a misstep there and they list the most they can possibly pay, and then they have no room to grow there. So it prevents them from paying more to super affiliates, which is necessary, and also to give people raises. And people were ecstatic whenever they felt like they were getting over and getting more money than everybody else.
All
and
right.
it created a lot of loyalty.
All right. So identifying them, recruiting them, activating them, and then finding ways to retain them and keep them happy.
Yeah, and if you ask them what they want and you can deliver on that, then that tends to keep them happy.
Well, thanks, Sean, for sharing with us about that. Tell me about you and your business and what you do.
What I do, I've been an affiliate marketer for 11 years now, and just done on all the different sides as an affiliate as well as an affiliate manager for 10 years. And these days my focus is running a conference called Affiliate Summit. It takes place a couple times a year. The next one is going to be in Las Vegas, January 11th to the 13th. And so we'll have a few thousand people there, affiliates, networks, and merchants all getting together to learn and meet each other and do some business.
Great. Thanks so much, Sean.
Great, thank you.
This is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today.